to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. To throw right away is Howell. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
So here we go, 4th down, Howell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those.
Walker hit and the ball is out. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And now off to the races, down the right side. 20, 10, 5, and they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson.
Without a doubt, a real tough environment for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got to learn in college probably work so well in the NFL.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st down, Howell. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Powell going for Metcalf on the deep ball. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Murray a give. This is Connor. A tackle made by Boye Mafe. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Finding Green complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Murray to the veteran Green for the Cardinal first.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Cardinals at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 8. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
To throw, it's Murray. He's got Green. And he is going to have a Cardinals first. To get the third down conversion. A first carry now. This is Williams. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. These two teams all tied after one. The tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the draw, Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the...
And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. James Conner halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Cardinals have moved out in front. Prater for the extra point. It's the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 2. Here's Howell. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, 53 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. 3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 2nd and 9, Powell. And Walker has it. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
For the play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
after the turnover. Here's Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Cards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 33 yards. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. On 2nd and 10, Murray on the slant, complete to Green. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. Prater's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Murray now. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On play action, it's Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Murray to air it out again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 31, Powell. This is the tight end Fant. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Third and 1. Howell's going to throw it. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Faking the handoff, Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Fourth down, Howell. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Murray now on 1st down. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 1st down, Howell to throw. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And Howell will throw it. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
I don't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
They'll try and run, Walker. And this time he is in. Kenneth Walker, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10 is counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. A gain of 28 yards there and given the 1st down. To throw is Murray. He's got it to Williams. Touchdown! Darrell Williams, 39 yards. And the Cardinals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Prater for the extra point. And that is a 3-score game now. That moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. They'll go play action. Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Murray going to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Here's Andy Lee now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second down and goal. Murray. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. To throw again on second down. Murray eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Powell to throw.
Steps away. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Howell.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now...
And now here is another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were...
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point good by Prater. Lead is now 24. After the touchdown, now is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Powell. His throw incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game's off.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack.
4th down, Howell, desperation time.
And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.